am learning the importance of classroom management and the importance of having strategies put in place in reinforcing the strategies or reinforcing the expectations, both positive and negative. I've learned that it's very important to be more positive than negative, because when you're negative, the kids are more afraid of facing the consequence and not as focused on learning. So I'm really trying to be positive on learning or on redirecting, so the kids are more ready to learn and they're ready to have fun and not be afraid of the consequences, what's going to happen if I'm not following the rules. We have a lot of strategies put in place in our classroom for classroom management. The big one I like to use during whole group instruction is SLANT. And SLANT means to sit up straight and tall, listen to whoever's talking. If it's a kid who's answering or asking questions, or if it's a teacher, or if there's something on the smart board, that they're listening to whatever is going on. And A is for ask and answer questions, so that they're participating in the activity. They're not just zoning out and being space cadets. N is to nod, yes and no, which really helps on the volume level of the classroom, and it keeps the kids focused, and there's not so much talking going on. And T is to track the teacher with your eyes. Wherever the teacher goes, they're tracking the teacher, or if there's a kid talking, that they turn and track the kid. Teaches respect and responsibility, and it helps them focus. Another strategy that is in place is a clip chart. The kids know if they're not following the rules that they'll have to clip down, and then they'll have to go to timeout. And nobody likes to do that, so they do their very best not to have to follow not to clip down. I like that strategy, but I think that might be something, I'm not for sure if I would do that in my classroom, because it kind of gives some negative attention and kind of affects the kiddos' self-esteem. So it'll just kind of depend on the kiddos and if they can handle a clip chart or not. There are kiddos in this classroom where if they have to clip down, then their day is ruined. So if there is, and the learning for that kiddo isn't going to happen that day. So if there's a strategy that's more positive, or maybe the learning instruction is different, then it might help with the kiddos being able to learn, and they're able to get their the knowledge that they need, as well as behaving and being respectful kiddos. In my lesson today, there was a lot of distractions. It was hard for me to stay focused, but luckily I was prepared, and I had all the lesson materials prepared ahead of time, and I reviewed the lesson with my mentor and instructor, and we went over the expectations and what was supposed to happen. And so I felt kind of confident in my lessons, which helped with all the distractions in the classroom. We had the intercom went off, the phone rang, the person who was videotaping me had to switch because somebody needed to talk to her in the hallway, and then a speech therapist came in and wanted to talk to me and the mentor teacher at the same time. It's like, I'm instructing, I couldn't do that. So it was hard for me to stay focused and hard for me to keep the kids focused. But I think with staying positive and doing a lot of movement would help the kids stay focused. Something else with movement, the curriculum does a really great job of using different activities and different things to keep the kids engaged. And I've noticed that when the kids are engaged and they're doing something fun, then the behavior goes down and they're wanting to participate and they want to learn. And I've learned not to do the same things over and over again. Once the kids have learned it, then maybe to differentiate what I'm talking about, or the lesson that they're learning, and to build off of their background knowledge and and to do things that are related to them so they're more willing to want to learn.